Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. We are going to be discussing about the Trump tariffs and the fresh threats that are emerging. And to discuss with us, a very special guest is joining in now. Mr. Gaurav Vallabh, the BJP leader and a part of our Prime Minister's Economic Affairs Council, is now joining in to share with us his thoughts. Warm welcome to you, sir. Good to have you with us. It's a critical day that we are trying to understand what is the implication and the impact of this double tariff or 50% tariff that has been imposed on India by US President Donald Trump. There's also this 21-day window because the first 25% tariff comes into effect today, but 21 days later, the next 25% tariffs will come into effect. I want to first begin by understanding from you, what do you think of this 50% tariff? How badly are we hit as an economy because of this? And what happens over the next 21 days? What will be our stance?
First of all, I would like to answer your second question. India is a consumption-driven economy, and that is our strength. So ours is not an export-oriented economy, which is more dependent on export numbers and export to the countries. Just for the reference to your viewers, that we export only 2% of our GDP to US. Or if you will ask precisely, it will be 2.1, 2.15% of GDP to US. Out of those 2%, around 1.5 to 1.8% are those products which are not covered under tariff. They are having a special category like gems and jewelry, like generic drugs. So we are not clear that whether US administration is having this 50% is on all kind of products or there will be some special and some general tariff. We are not clear about that. But all said and done, I can tell you that we want a good relationship with US because in the interest of our own people and US citizens, we want a mutually beneficial association with US. But it should not be at dictatorial terms. You can't have double standards that you are importing uranium and palladium and chemicals and fertilizers from Russia and you are making certain statements to us. That is unacceptable. And I just want to reaffirm what Prime Minister Modi ji had mentioned today morning, that there will not be any compromise, iota of compromise on the interest of farmers, cattle rearers and fishers. There will no compromise to these communities. Point number 2. Third, our government response in the form of press release as well as press conference, that for us benefit of our citizens and national interest is the most primary thing while negotiating for any kind of treaty in the form of trade. So we have 3 principles on which we are moving ahead. Number 1, national interest is at the top. Number 2, we can't tolerate iota of any negative interest against the farmers, cattle rearer and fisher. And last but not least, we are not going to tolerate double standard. You can't dictate us. We are still optimistic and we are open for the trade with US, but dictating from any country is not going to be acceptable.
So, Mr. Vallabh, is some sort of an outreach going to go from our side? Is that the need of the hour? Are we going to find any common ground? Again, from the Prime Minister's statements, we draw that, of course, farmers will not be touched. That's our key priority and their interests will be protected. Which are the areas which India will be okay to negotiate further or probably give in?
Sakshi, I think this question will be answered better by the people who are heading these kind of negotiation. My making any comment on these things will be very premature, but I can tell you one thing, that as an optimistic Indian citizen, as a proud member of BJP, as a proud member of Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, I think Government of India and Government of United States are going to arrive. And I am optimistic, being an optimistic human being. I feel that we will arrive at a win-win situation, taking into consideration the interest of the business community as well as the citizens of both the nation. Mind it, if US is going to impose 50%, I'm just assuming they are imposing 50% tariff on generic drug. So the generic drugs will be expensive in US, the inflation numbers will shoot up. If I am just assuming that US is going to impose a very high tariff on auto ancillary
Yes.
or auto parts, naturally the auto industry of US is going to have an adverse impact. So as far as our interest is concerned, I can tell you that Indian economy is resilient, and as other major global economies of the world, we are also recalibrating our businesses, our focus, and our relationships.
So I want to understand from exporters' point of view, have they reached out to you for any assistance? Have they reached out because of this additional
I think
25% tariff? What happens to them?
I think Sakshi, I'm not aware, but why they will reach out to me. They might have reached out to the financial minister's office. But as I told you, please remember what we had done with the exporters during the corona time. We had done a pure full hand holding. So nothing to worry. Indian economy is robust. We are consumption driven economy. We are not going to have much impact, or I can say zero impact in long term, and very slight impact in short term. That is my calculation says. And I just want to quote Reserve Bank data. In yesterday's monetary policy review, Reserve Bank governor had reaffirmed that Indian economy is going to grow at 6.5% for FY26, and our inflation is going to settle down to 3.1%. Mind it, only 4 months of this financial year is over. By the time we will reach March 2026, I am very hopeful that this 6.5% number will reach to 7%, and inflation number will come below 3%. Now tell me, you are also a student of economics, understand the economy a bit well. Is there any large economy, Sakshi, which is growing at 7% in this world? Is there any large economy, Sakshi, which is having an inflation number less than 3% in this world? High growth, low inflation makes Indian economy a robust economy, a resilient economy, a self-dependent economy, a Atmanirbhar economy.
Absolutely. I agree with all your points there, sir. I still want to understand. You began by talking about one thing, that is India-US relationship. You also said that we want a win-win in any kind of, trade talks that we do, in any kind of deals that we sign. But after yesterday's implication of 50% of tariffs, where do you see India-US relationship headed? Do you see somewhere this reflects that probably the relationship has turned sour? It will need a lot of mending?
I am hopeful that after a good recalibration by the US administration primarily, because we are open. And as I used to tell Sakshi, again I will repeat, we want a friendship with US, but Russia is our brother. मैं अमेरिका से दोस्ती रखना चाहता हूं, पर रूस मेरा भाई है. So we don't want to understand the dictatorial terms from any country. Mind it, we are 4th largest economy of the world and going to become 3rd largest in next 1.5 years. We constitute more than 15% of population on this earth lives in our country. So any reasonable economy, any large economy can't grow ignoring the interest of India. I am proud to say even the mankind can't grow ignoring the interest of the Indian citizens. So we are आत्मनिर्भर. हम आत्मसम्मान और आत्मनिर्भरता के साथ खड़े हैं. हम दोस्ती करना चाहते हैं, पर not giving the national interest, not compromising the interest of farmers, and we are not going to accept the double standards from anyone in this world. And last but not least, 6.5 to 7% GDP growth, Sakshi, less than 3% inflation. And anyone, there are few people in our country and few abroad are saying Indian economy is dead. The people who are saying this are mentally dead. 6.5 to 7% GDP growth.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Vallabh, you did say that Indian economy is on a strong footing and we can actually continue to grow with our robust fundamentals also in place. Still wanted to ask you, do you think India will manage to grow at this rate, even if we have to not deal with America if this kind of a stance continues from America? Are we okay to do that? Because the Prime Minister also said we might have to pay a heavy price, and we are willing to do that, but we will protect the interests.
Actually, yesterday's Reserve Bank comment is after the first 25% announcement, mind it. And Reserve Bank had not made the comment just out of that. They had done serious calculations. And that is the process. I know how our Reserve Bank functions. So after first 25%, RBI governor came out and said 6.5%. IMF had increased the projection from 6.3 to 6.4%. And that happens after the first 25% announcement by President Trump. So nothing to worry. In short term, we may have some hiccups in a few sectors, maybe one or two, but government is there to help them out. Point number one. And point number two, as an optimistic, proud Indian, I am hopeful that President Trump will arrive at a win-win situation, taking into consideration the interest of the citizens and businesses of both the countries.
Just last question to you, sir. I want to understand, will the first outreach happen from India on the negotiation table after yesterday's announcement, or will we wait for US?
I think actually the Commerce Minister, the Finance Minister, the Prime Minister's office will be better equipped to answer this. Making any statement out of this is not under my jurisdiction.
Okay, fantastic speaking with you, Mr. Vallabh. Thank you so much for all your insights. It's always a pleasure to speak to you and seek all those insights. Let's keep seeing how the developments take place, and we will be looking forward to speaking to you again, sir.